Previously on Dumbgeons and Dragons.
You've barred this door. There are hundreds of pieced together undead creatures on the other side.
Come on, guys, let's check upstairs.
Sounds gravy.
So down at the end of this hallway is one large door. It is pulled open from the other side by two dwarven zombies. And you see at the head of this council table, the dark elf that you saw in the dungeon. From the end of the table, Thelonious says, "Come on in, my friends. I feel we have much to talk about.
We might actually want to just talk to him.
I just want to know how you guys keep getting away from my traps. This isn't the first time, you know. I feel like this power I'm looking for is what's actually helping you. Now, which one of you has the key to get it? Have a seat at my table. We can discuss this. We can see if we can join forces for the betterment of everyone."
No, we will not join you, you psychopathic necromancer.
Have it your way. I'll just have all my zombies kill you, and then, well, I'll find it on you somewhere.
I'm going to call lightning.
He doesn't move.
Oh, he's just choosing not to make the save. Oh, fuck.
That's fun.
Yeah, totally.
You call this lightning. It strikes 5 feet above him, as if there's a dome covering him. You hear from down the hall the breaking of what sounds like the front door. And Torgar yells to Osric, "We have to go slow them down." Bugbear on the far right of the room. There are 3 in this room. There's one towards the very back, standing by a door. There's one off to the right in the room, and he begins to work his way backwards towards that door. And both of them just ready themselves. He says, "I think it's time for me to go." A portal opens on the floor beside him, and he jumps through.
What's behind that door?
You hear, it sounds like zombies hitting the door that you entered from previously. And you open this door, you see in the center of those spires is a piece of the Axe of Mirabar armor. And there are 3 bubbling jars. And inside of those jars are brains. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. This is a D&D 5th edition actual play podcast. I'm your Dungeon Master, Russ Moore, and joining me today, continuing the journey, is Amy Moore, playing Thia Amastasia.
Yes, it is.
It's the same joke you used last time.
Damn it. Let me try again. Hi. Oh,
Just take it one more time.
Yeah.
What up?
I like it.
There we go.
Oh, that's so much better.
Thank you.
Playing Nulara Moonbrook is Carla Johnson.
Hello.
And Tom Laird playing Flint Firebeard.
Drop the chalupa.
I like it.
Is that, you're trying to make that happen, hey?
That's right. Bringing it back.
This month, we have a couple things going on. We have a new website, which is up. Everybody can, say how awesome it is because they've totally seen it by this point.
Oh, it is amazing.
Wait, we have a new website?
Oh, it looks so good. I haven't seen it. Once again, Russ has done all of the work and gets all of the credit for anything that looks good, and anything that is bad, we'll take the blame for.
Yeah, that's about fair.
Does that seem fair, you guys?
That's a good division of labor, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a new website. You can go to dumbdragons.com to check that out. It's got lovely pictures of all of your lovely faces.
I didn't give you a picture.
Not yet, but you will, because this is in the past, Amy. This comes out August 2nd.
Right.
Pretend you're in the future for a second.
I have a really hard time.
I know. Also, we have launched our Patreon page. You can go to patreon.com/dumbdragoncast to join the adventure, and if you can, contribute starting from $1 a month to get some sweet perks in the Dumb Dragon realm and universe. If you do contribute $1 a month, you get access to all of our Patreon-only content, which will feature exclusive Patreon-only released episodes and bonus content. The first episode of our Patreon-only content will be released this month with Tom Laird DMing his own game here with
Oh boy.
the 3 of us playing. We'll give you a little taste of that, and then, hopefully that catches you and you want to get more of that. We'll be releasing those. We'll talk about this later, but maybe every month. We'll see. See how that goes.
Tom, how you feeling? How you feel about that, Tom? Tom?
Oh, yeah.
Are you there?
Feeling great, guys. Feeling great about it.
It's only one a month. There are also other reward tiers. If you donate $5 a month, what do you get?
Nudes.
Tom?
Apparently nudes.
It's not on there. It's not on the website. You're not getting nudes.
You could be picked at random to have an episode dedicated in your name.
That's right. You get all the Patreon episodes, plus you could be picked at random to have an episode dedicated in your name. So right now, it could be you, John Smith, who has this episode dedicated to you.
Kind of like how we dedicated it to Taco Bell at the beginning.
Exactly, but
Precisely.
we'll talk about how we're dropping your chalupa instead of Taco Bell's.
Exactly.
And how about that $10 a month or more, Carla?
You get to ask questions on a future Q&A episode, and you get to have an NPC named after you. Or, a name that you supply. Within reason. I feel like Russ put that so people wouldn't be like, I don't know, Butt Fartsky.
Oh my god, you know we would pick it.
I gotta admit, that does sound kind of amazing.
Our standards for NPC names are super
Yeah.
low.
Yeah, those are the kind of names we make up.
Like, yeah. Don't take that from us.
Well, our listeners are cleverer and classier than us, so they wouldn't try and go for that. That's what we're here for.
But if they did, it's okay.
That low-hanging fruit is the most delicious.
Exactly. So ripe and tasty.
Good. Yeah, I mean, if you're contributing at that adventurer level, then absolutely we will take whatever NPC name within reason that you want to give us. So now that we've hooked you on our Patreon, I know that was a great sell.
We are salespeople
It's true.
by trade.
Yeah. We are trying to hit our first goal, which is getting $50 a month. And when we do reach that goal, we'll be giving away a Dungeons and Dragons starter set to a lucky patron. So we want to give back to you if you feel that we are worthy of your contribution every month. We would greatly appreciate anything and everything that you do for us. So thank you in advance.
Including just passing it along to friend, word of mouth.
That's right. If you can't contribute, word of mouth is the best. Well, enough of this. Shall we D&D?
Let's do
We
it.
shall.
You opened the door to this back room that was attempting to be guarded by these various zombies previously. And you enter into this room, and there are two large spires. In the center of those spires is a piece of the Axe of Mirabar armor. And surrounding them are three floating jars with brains inside. And they have attacked your minds as you entered the door, and you took a lot of damage when you walked in psychically. Let's start by rolling for initiative.
I'm gonna fucking roll the shit out of this. 1! I got a 1! The 1 is high, right? Like,
1 is real good.
yeah.
I got 11.
22.
Starting off the order is Nulara.
Okay. I'm nervous to be first because I think things are gonna kill me when I try and kill them. This is my fear. So maybe what I will do. How far is this stuff from us? Oh, close, like 5 feet.
Yeah, they're kind of just swirling around the room right now. But yeah, they're
Okay.
varying degrees of distance from you. But it's not a huge room.
Rather than use my sword, I just am a little concerned about immediate contact with these things.
Sure.
They did just hurt my brain pretty bad. Maybe I will take one of my daggers and throw it,
Okay,
just to see what happens to the weapon.
sure.
So that is a 17. And let's say, like, blue floating brain.
Okay, yes, each of the brains are very clearly a different color to you as your character sees them. You throw your dagger, and just before it connects with the brain, it casts shield. It is deflected by a magical shield spell.
Oh, good. More of these.
So it is a spell that it is casting.
Okay. Good. So it didn't, like, explode anything or do anything like that. So in that case, then I am going to use my best attack, which is, of course, my sword Flame Tongue. So let's try that and see if that is better. That is not better because that is a 17.
You swing and you swing true, but it is deflected by this invisible shield barrier.
Can Donnie on his turn Is the armor floating in the middle or sitting on the ground in the middle?
It is on like a pedestal in the middle between these spires.
And do the spires go floor to ceiling, or are they like platforms?
They're like curved columns, so like a half moon-esque feature, kind of like a statue of sorts.
I see. I don't want Donnie to get that close to them. Could Donnie, on his turn, he won't be able to do this because he's very weak, bless his heart, but maybe try and move the armor off the platform? Like dislodge it somehow?
He can certainly try.
Like fly into it, basically. And I guess, would that be a strength check?
Yeah.
He's not good at that, but yeah, that's a 10. But he tried. Tried to move it.
He flies into the middle of this action, and one of the other brains, you can see it kind of focusing its energy on the piece of armor, and it as well appears to get this invisible field brought up to it. And Donnie is deflected off. He doesn't take any damage, but he is deflected away from the armor.
Great.
Now it is the blue brain's turn.
Ruh-roh.
The one that you, Nulara, went for. And it's going to mind thrust.
Dirty.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Makes me uncomfortable.
It's going to mind thrust you, Nulara. So you have to succeed on an intelligence saving throw.
That and blow your rape whistle. Jesus.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. Yeesh. Okay, intelligence saving throw. Tom's back.
All right, sorry about that.
Okay.
There's mind thrusting going on, Tom.
Yeah, there's a brain
geez.
is mind
Watch yourself.
thrusting me, and I rolled a 15.
You don't take any damage, but it's going to mind thrust on Thea as well. So you must make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, still not that good. So it's a 13.
You do not save. 3d6 psychic damage.
Oh, Christ.
It's a low roll, though. You only take 7 damage.
That's about as good as you could have hoped for.
19
And
hit
then this
points.
brain floats to the left corner in the room there. And now it is the gray brain's turn, and this one is the one that cast the shield spell onto the barrier. And it is going to attempt to mind slave Flint.
Yeah, all right.
So, Flint, you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Excellent. Wisdom is my worst one. Oh, damn, 17.
You feel this brain trying to break in and control you, but you save, and it doesn't have any effect on you.
Excellent.
Now it is Flint's turn.
Payback time.
All right. Blue has a protective shield on him. Gray does not.
The shield spell lasts until the end of their next turn, so
But he cast the shield spell on the armor, no?
the gray one did, yes.
All right. I'm going to go kick the shit out of the gray one then.
Do it.
Do it.
In theory, I'm going to kick the shit out of him. That is a 25.
25 will hit.
Excellent. 17 damage on the first attack. And we'll go for attack number 2. Unless it's dead. Is it dead, Russ?
They're just
hold
squishy
on.
brains.
Well, they're in things, though.
Oh, are they in jars?
They're in jars. They're not just
Oh.
floating squishy brains. They're in like a
right.
jar.
Brains in jars.
Yeah,
Well, that's where I keep all my brains.
in jars. Yeah.
It's true. It's a good place for them.
Yeah. But I'm really hipster about it. I use mason jars.
Solid.
No, it is not dead. So sorry, that was 17 damage.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Yeah, I just had to make sure I had the hit points right. Go ahead.
All right. I will go for attack number 2. And that is a 22 that time.
22 will hit. Yeah.
God bless those +7 bonuses. That's a 27 damage.
Oh, yeah.
You strike this thing twice, and it rocks and spins and moves back into the room, but it is still floating, and it may have taken like a bit of damage on its outer shell, perhaps a crack in its glass. Now it's the green brain's turn, and it focuses its attention on you, Flint.
I kind of figured it would.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want Amy to take any more damage, so I'm going to try and get them all on me.
Thanks, man. I don't want to die today.
That's what I'm here for as the role of Dwarven Shield.
A sickening green energy comes out of this brain and towards you, Flint. And it
Bring
makes a ray of sickness attack. That's an 18.
Is this like a physical attack or?
It's a ranged spell attack. Yes.
Okay. Does AC work the same against spells as it does against physical attacks?
Sure does.
Okay. I just don't know. No one's ever nuked me with spells before.
If it hits you, you make a Constitution saving throw against this damage, though. So
Okay.
18 would hit. Yeah, so you make a con save.
Okay. That is plus 4, 16.
So you save, so you take full damage, but you're not poisoned.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yay!
I'm also resilient to poison, being a dwarf.
That would be half damage then. So you take
Yeah.
4 poison damage with your dwarven resiliency.
Sweet.
And then it is Thia's turn.
Oh, is it?
Oh, really?
Oh, really? I'm gonna evoke Moonbeam to see how this happens, because I can like whip it around, as we found out that other time.
Mm-hmm.
I need to concentrate it on just one creature, and I think I'm gonna go for the gray one.
Yes, Amy.
Yeah, because it's already kind of damaged. I evoke Moonbeam. Shoo, 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 shoo. That's what Moonbeam sounds like.
The official Moonbeam sound effects are just fantastic.
Thank you. High budget. Constitution saving throw.
Okay, and brains and jars get advantage on saves against magical effects and spells.
But both the rules were terrible, so you hit anyway.
So 13.
Not good.
Not good. Okay.
So you take 2d10 radiant damage. 11!
It almost looks like the fluid in the jar begins to boil, and there's a visible crack that appears on the outside of this jar that the grayish brain is inside.
Yeah.
And we are back to the top of the order, which is Nulara. All three of you hear a loud rumble as these zombies on the other side of the main entrance, and kind of looks like it's bending as the zombies behind are trying to push their way into this room.
I have a feeling like our two guys over there are dead.
All right, we gotta fix this ASAP, guys.
Yeah, no kidding. Is the door behind us closed? Are you saying they're entering like the boardroom door where we were before?
Yeah, the main door. So it was barred when Torgar and Osric left. But the door that you are in is open. You can see that. But yeah, the door to get into the main room. And you are in this little side room.
Okay, well maybe step one, I'll turn around and close the door behind me.
Solid.
I was not born in a barn. Well, I might have been. But regardless, it's not much defense, but at least it's something. So I close the door. Door closed. Now I'm going to try again to get this blue dude.
Mm-hmm.
That does not work because that is 13. Let me try again. That one's better. That's a 28.
Oh.
Yeah, that connects solid to
She
this.
should just murder him just
this
from
blue
that
brain.
amazing
So
roll.
he gets 24 damage.
Oh, yeah.
These jars have like ornamental design work to them, and you knock some of it clean off of this jar as it cracks a little bit as well. And you move this floating jar back in the room. It appears that they're floating together now.
Okay, Donnie's going to try and push that armor off again. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but it's not like he can attack a jar. He's not very, So why not? Why not let him try that? Yeah, it does not work.
Did you use both of your attacks?
Yeah, one of them failed. I
first
only
one
rolled a 13.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Donnie got a, 7 or something, so I don't think that worked.
No. Same kind of thing. The green brain, this time, senses Donnie and focuses its energy on the shield as well. And Donnie is again deflected away from it. It's the blue brain's turn now. And it's going to try to cast Crown of Madness on Nulara.
Yay.
You must make a wisdom saving throw there, Nulara.
Okie dokie. That is a 12.
That does not save. Nulara, you feel control being taken from you. And Flint and Thia, you look over to her and you see a twisted crown of jagged iron appear on top of her head. And madness begins to glow in her eyes.
Ugh.
Good thing she already had her turn.
On your turn, it will tell you to attack someone. You can't hurt yourself, but you will be attacking someone that it chooses. And you do that before you make a move. And then at the end of your turn, you can try to make the save again.
Okay. Well, good thing I'm just hanging out in the corner of the room by myself.
Everyone just kind of takes a few steps away from Nulara.
Exactly.
The gray brain floats around the room and to Thea here.
Oh, God.
Thea, it is going to cast Hold Person on you. You must succeed on a wisdom saving throw as well.
20.
You succeed, so you feel it trying to paralyze your body.
And I'm like, not today, motherfucker!
Yeah, exactly. And you
I
are...
was kind of secretly hoping Amy would fail the check, and then Russ would have to pipe in like Thompson Twins Hold Me Now underneath.
Next time. You save that, and now it is Flint's turn.
I'm going to focus all of my energy onto this blue brain
Okay,
and try and destroy it bigly.
sure.
Okay, first attack roll. That is a 16 and 7, 23.
23 will hit, yes.
Excellent. 19 damage.
It is sustaining more cracks in the glass, but it is still floating there.
Oh, there's more of that coming its way,
I figured.
So that is a 18. Come on, 18.
18 deflects.
Boo!
Same kind of thing as when Nulara threw her daggers. You swing and you are striking true, but as you get a little bit of ways, it's deflected by the same kind of magical shield.
Okay.
And it is Greenbrain's turn.
Oh, not yet, it isn't. I'm going to take my action surge,
Okay.
which is one of my special skills. 22, much better.
Woo!
22 will break the barrier, yes.
19.
You strike through and you feel it cut through this invisible barrier, and it cracks the glass and it begins actually leaking fluid from it. And it sends it spinning wildly. I'm going to make a save to see if he can hold the concentration. And the thorns that are on Nulara's head shrivel up and disappear.
Yeah!
Yes.
Nulara, you have
yeah.
control back. It is still floating. It's losing some fluid, but you are no longer controlled by that brain. Now it's the green brain's turn, and it's going to cast Mind Thrust on Flint. Flint, you have to make a saving throw of the
Okay.
wisdom variety.
Oh, my super strongest one. Here goes. That is a 6.
So you are going to take 3d6 psychic damage off this first
Silly.
Mind Thrust.
First mind
Yeah,
thrust.
I was like, what?
7, 9. Well, they each get 2 Mind Thrusts or a spell.
Okay.
Jesus.
And the second Mind Thrust will be directed at you as well, so make another... sorry, that was an intelligence save, not a wisdom save.
Oh, well,
Is it-
it would have been 7, so I
Okay,
don't think
so,
it would
yeah.
have made much
Okay,
of a difference.
still would have hit. So yeah, an intelligence save on this next one here.
Okay. 14.
14 will save, so you do not take the
Yeah.
psychic damage on the second one. Thea, your turn. You just had this Greybane try to hold you and control you. You see the thorns appear and madness glow in Nulara's eyes and then disappear as Flint attacks this blue brain, but then crumples under the strain put on his mind from the green brain.
I am going to... I still have my moonbeam. When it says I can use an action to move my moonbeam,
that is your attack action.
that is my attack action.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I can move it 60 feet, I'm going to swing it to the right to hit the gray dude, and then I'm going to whip it up to hit the blue dude, because altogether that is less than 60
Sure.
feet.
So a con save.
Yes, a constitution saving throw from both those
Okay,
dudes.
so the gray dude is a 5.
Oh, that's no
The
good.
blue dude is a 17.
The 17 will save, so he'll take only half damage. Do
Okay.
I roll 2 separate damages for them?
1 singular damage.
10 for one guy, and then 5 for the other guy.
The gray takes this damage, and you see kind of the splintering of these cracks being put into its jar. And the blue, its jar erupts, and the brain falls to the floor with a splat.
And I go, somebody curb stomp that thing!
You see it kind of pulse a little bit, and then it stops.
I still want someone to curb stomp it.
We shoot it twice in the head to make sure that it's dead.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 2 taps.
After you shoot it twice in the head, it is truly dead. Truly dead.
Guys, I killed something!
Nicely done.
Thea claps for herself.
Nulara, you hear your communicator fuzz in, and Salazar's like, "Hey, you guys there?
Yeah, we're here.
So we just dropped some armor off with those soldiers out there. What's you guys okay?"
Been better. Little busy. We're killing some brains. It's a whole thing.
New communicator, who dis?
There's a horde of horrible zombie creatures basically right outside the door of the room we're in, so things are not excellent right now. However, I think we found the piece of enchanted armor.
Oh, that's good. All right, well, I'll let you get to it. Just so you know, they're suiting up right now and should be heading in to try and help you out with the hordes, if nothing else gets taken care of before then.
All right, well, double quick time. Thanks, buddy.
Okay, bye. You also hear the door outside. You hear, like, wood splintering as these zombies are trying to break through that front door to that room.
Are they mostly the armored soldiers, or are they like the fucked up, mismatched
When you
horrible
looked
creatures?
out the front door and you put the chain lock on, the majority of them look to be all kind of mixed-matched and like they had been being worked on for quite a while now. And now it's your turn.
Okay. Then I'm going to attack a brain. Otherwise, I was going to try and attack the armor, but if they're not the soldier zombies, like, we need to deal with this armor issue, but, you know,
Sure.
they're not the ones immediately trying to kill us, I don't think.
Not yet.
So, yeah, exactly. Gray brain, I'm going to carve out his amygdala and step on it.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's a 26.
26 will hit.
Okay, that is 16 damage.
More cracks come into the jar, and again you see some of the fluid beginning to leak from some of those edges. Not a lot, but some coming through.
Great. Let's see if we can't make that splat on the ground. That is a 18?
18 deflects off of its shield spell.
Balls. Is what I say to that.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Since there's some cracks in it now, I think Donnie can kind of try and get in there a little bit rather than just attacking smooth glass. I think he has like a barb on the end of his tail that he uses when he stings. So I don't know. Let's give it a shot. See if he can crack open that glass. Nope, that's a 17.
17 also will deflect off of the invisible shield. And now it is the Gray Brain's turn. It's going to cast Mind Slave on Thea.
It can try.
Oh, sass.
You can cast a Wisdom saving throw.
28.
All right. It does not cast.
Oh.
It appears to be losing more fluid than it thought. And you are not under its slavey spell.
That's what I thought.
Flint, your turn.
I have a +8 wisdom saving throw.
That is amazing. Am I right in assuming that these brains are floating in like Barbasol?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, because that's what's happening in my head. So.
Are there a few like combs and like scissors in there too?
Yeah.
So I guess I should try and kill the gray brain. Yes? No? Maybe so?
Yeah, because I
Sure.
bet you could kill it in, like, if you make contact, it'll be dead.
Excellent. Let's go with a real Salazar on this one and steal the kill. That's a 23.
23 will hit.
Kind of imagine Salazar piping in through the communicator going, I heard that.
So that's 21 damage.
Nice.
So you run over from the other side of the room there, you take a giant leaping swing and carve through this glass that explodes its fluid over Thea and Nulara.
Ew.
And the brain itself explodes as well. So you killed it, but you covered everybody in brain guts.
Just a real mess around here. Sorry, peeps.
Yeah.
Can I, like, hear if the crazy mob outside is, like, still coming after us? Is there any noise that they're making?
It's just this constant banging against the door and wood splintering as the door is bowing and cracking inwards.
Okay, so they're still real thirsty.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to try, like, knocking this armor off of the pedestal. See if maybe that might help alleviate problems.
Sure.
Do it.
Okay. That is a 24.
24, yeah, you'll hit it.
Okay. Now, am I just trying to, like, do damage to this, or what do I want to do with this? Does anyone have any suggestions?
Not really.
No, not
Like,
really.
Okay,
I guess destroy it. Like, I don't, as much as you can destroy armor. Like, I was thinking the brains somehow were, I don't know, making, but they're not, right? Like, they're just putting protection on it. They weren't enchanting it, I don't think, since 2 out of 3
I kind of figured that, like, yeah, the 3 of them were, like, enchanting it together, and maybe once we killed 1 or 2, that might stop.
Yeah,
but
me too. But
apparently not the case.
so far, that has not happened. So
I think they're just protecting it.
I'll just try and do as much damage as possible and maybe knock it off of its
yeah,
pedestal. Can really cut it down a peg, am I right?
yeah, totally.
19 damage.
You strike this armor and it throws it across the room and bounces off the wall and lands near one of the spires. And as you do this, the spires, they have like writings carved into them and they begin to glow. And you hear a louder crash coming from the other room as the zombies begin to pour into the room. But it's no longer on that pedestal.
Great. We did it, guys. End of adventure.
You successfully moved it from one place to another.
So wait, are these pedestals things that we can be, like, beating the crap out of?
Now that I see that there are, like, carvings in them that may be a magical variety, we might want to do that, perhaps? Maybe?
So it's the Green Brain's turn.
Are you sure? I feel like I haven't had a turn in
You're
a
at
long
the
time.
end. You should roll better if you want turns.
You did roll a 1 on initiative. So.
Technically it was a 2 because I have a +1 initiative bonus.
But you rolled a 1.
Yeah, I did.
Flint, make a wisdom save.
Alright. Are you sure it's wisdom and not intelligence?
This time it is wisdom.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
Yep.
That is a 14.
You feel like you want to follow the directions of this brain.
Okie dokie.
You have been mind-slaved by the Green Brain, and it is Thia's turn.
Okay, I'm going to move my moonbeam over. There we go. Right on top of the green brain.
Okay. Constitution save.
He needs to make it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oof, 4.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So he takes 5 damage.
Yeah.
Is that enough to break his concentration on whatever he's going with Flint? That was my aim. Twas my goal.
Nope.
Damn. Sorry, buddy.
Back to Nulara now, and you now hear the groans and the zombie screams, whereas before they weren't like mindless zombies. Now they just, it sounds like they are more mindless than what they were before. But you hear those coming in into the room now as this door has been broken down.
Fuck. I don't know what to do. Hey, what happens with that moonbeam? Like, can I attack that brain, or is it on it? Like, what's the story? Is it still like stuck in a moonbeam?
There. No, sorry. I didn't need to drop it on it.
Okay.
I swept it over it. Sorry. I was just mad.
Fair enough.
It's free to fight.
Okay, I'm going to attack the brain. That is a 20?
20 will hit,
Is that a
yes.
question?
Okay. It was a question if it was going to hit or not, because it's got this dumb deflection going. 13 damage.
Does that break its concentration?
Hold on.
If you don't ask, he doesn't roll for it. I'm learning this.
This is good.
Doesn't break his concentration.
He's got the worst
Doesn't
side
break
eye, you
his
guys.
concentration. Jeez. Okay.
No.
Ain't nobody gonna break his stride.
Oh!
Nobody gonna hold him down.
He's got to keep on moving.
Okay.
What,
Well, I
you
guess
take another swing there?
Yeah, I do. I'm just so torn because I want to do something with the pillars because, like, a million zombies is worse than one brain and one Flint, but Flint's my dude, so I don't want to have to fight him. So that's a 21.
21 will hit, yep.
12 damage.
Okay. And concentration. Flint, you feel your control come back to you.
Yay!
Nice!
Thank goodness. Okay, I guess Donnie's gonna try for this jar, because I don't know what else he could do. Well, I don't know. Donnie's got claws. Maybe he tries to, like, slash through some of that glowing writing on that spire.
Good idea.
That does not work, but he's tried. He just got a manicure, so he's a little worried about his nails. He only rolled a 6.
Although, to be fair, we haven't done any rolls against those pillars yet, so maybe a 6 will hit.
Yeah, true.
It's true. It'd be like me being like, I want to hit this wall.
So he goes up and, like, scratches at it, but it's stone, so it doesn't really do much of anything.
Oh, but the actions you just did were great. Like a T-Rex attacking a wall.
Oh, I love it.
Flint, you feel the control come back to your body, and you kind of take a little step as you see Donnie T-Rex attacking the spire, and Nulara attacking the green brain with Thia's moonbeam still in the room, and the moaning of these zombies on the other side of the door getting louder and louder as you can picture in your mind that there are a lot of them coming in.
I'm going to move in between this pillar and close to the armor if I need to make a switch in tactics here.
Yep.
I'm going to swing my axe as hard as I fucking can at this pillar.
Sure.
The swearing was for emphasis.
Of course.
That is a 24.
24. Yeah, you'll hit it.
All right. Now, big damage. 20.
Nice.
You strike this spire on the far side there, and it fractures some of the stone, and the glowing in the runes that are inscribed in it begins to fade on that side. It's still bright on the other side, but it begins to fade.
I'm close enough to get to the other side of it, no?
Yeah. I should be clear, they're still glowing, it's just not as bright.
Oh, they're still glowing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just remain on that side then and try and get them to stop glowing.
Sure.
So it was a 25 on the attack roll.
That will hit, yep.
I would hope so. 16.
You strike in the same spot, and it splinters all the way up, but seems like it's being held together as just there's a very dim light being emitted from the inscriptions on this spire.
Bullshit.
Please leave that extremely long, pregnant pause. Please don't edit that out.
No, yeah, that's fine. That's good.
Damn it. This is stressful. All these zombies screaming in the next room.
Guys, I have a trick up my sleeve. I'm very excited about it.
It's not your turn.
Oh, Jesus. Amy, wait your fucking turn. Oh, God.
It's gonna have to fucking wait, alright?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So the green brain is going to
murder Thia.
give you old mind thrust on Flint and Nulara there.
Ooh, a double mind thrust.
Yeah. So you guys have to make a wisdom save.
Okay, it's okay.
No, this
that
one's intelligence, isn't it?
This one's this one's intelligence.
Intelligence.
Intelligence save.
12.
12 as well.
Both of you take full damage. So on Flint's 11, 14 psychic damage.
No!
Splitting head.
Much worse than the first time.
Yeah, well, I rolled better. Nulara, you take 7 psychic damage.
Amy, I'm going to need you to start rolling Russ's damage rolls for us.
Right?
But that's okay, because this one doesn't control our brains. It just gives us damage, and that's fine.
That's true.
It's true. I wouldn't want to fight both of you guys. That would suck a lot.
Because now we can focus on what I think is important, which is stopping the murderous horde outside.
Oh, and that too. All right, well, to help with all of this, I'm going to conjure 2 minor elementals.
About damn time.
Okay.
They are going to be like earth, rock elementals.
Tell me what the rating is for 2 of them.
2 elemental challenge rating 1 or lower.
Uh-huh. If you cast things that are 1 or lower, you have access to
2 of them.
dust methods or mud methods.
What are they?
Um,
Can I look at their stats and their skills? Sorry, what elemental can I have at a challenge rating of 2?
gargoyle.
Oh, fuck yeah. I think maybe one that's really powerful might be more
Methods are
beneficial than
small things. So.
than 2 that are little. So let's go for a gargoyle. He has a multi-attack, bite, and claws. Okay. He needs to be rolled into the initiative roll. At a 9.
Okay.
Look at me playing by the rules.
He will go after Flint. You cast this spell. Energy kind of pours out into the room and swirls, and there's a window in this room, and it bursts open as one of the statues that you'd seen outside of the building flies into the room, and you now have this stone gargoyle ready to attack.
Nice.
Hey there, I'm your Dungeon Master Russ Moore. Thank you for joining us and continuing on this journey for episode 19 of Dumbgeons and Dragons, titled Battle of the Brains.
So we've been doing all this month, through the month of July, we've been doing a giveaway where you post whether you're subscribed to us or not, and with the hashtag DumbDragonCast, and lots of you did. We had 19 entries.
What? 19 people listen to us?
At least 19 people listen to us.
Not even listen to us, like went through extra steps and effort. That is amazing.
Can we give them all a prize?
No, I don't think so. I would love to. I would love to give you all something.
We can give them all our genuine, heartfelt thanks.
Yes, we can do that. So the winner of this contest, we're going to draw here in a second, and they will win their choice of a published D&D book. Could be the Player's Handbook, could be the Starter Set, Dungeon Master's Guide, any of the adventure modules, the
Monster Manual.
The Monster Manual, the Tales from the Yawning Portal, the Rise of Tiamat, or the Horde of the Dragon Queen, the one, the Rise of Tiamat we are doing right now in Dungeons and Dragons, so you could like follow along, play your own game. That'd be cool.
I'm gonna just buy the book. Hey, what have I been doing?
See all the terrible choices that we've been making
Totally.
and see where we could have went right with it?
I normally love research.
But also, there will be a new Dungeons and Dragons sticker sent in with that. So,
That's exciting.
Little
What?
Dungeons and Dragons swag.
They are adorable. We each have one on our laptops.
We are going to. I've got all these names in a random name picker on this internet site here, so we'll see if this works. All right, I'm going to. Somebody give me a drum roll. The winner of our contest is the Twitter user @TheFierceKing.
Woo!
I don't know what
Well
your real
done,
name is.
Fierce
Hold on,
King.
and I will look it up.
I was scared
Ball
to
and
cheer
Twitter
too
name.
loud because that's a scary Twitter name.
Is
Is
Ty Zaniga.
Yay!
Yay, Ty!
Yay, Ty! @TheFierceKing on Twitter. I will contact you soon, probably before we air this, and then figure out what your address is and what book you want, and we'll send you a book. Likely after we get to Canada, so we don't have to ship it from Korea. But it'll get to you in the next couple weeks here.
Unless you want it 3 months from now.
Unless you want it
And
3
in
months
which
from now on a
case,
boat.
You know,
Yeah,
on a boat.
yeah.
You rock, Ty. Thanks for playing. Thanks for listening. The rest of you,
Thanks so much to everyone.
Thank you.
randomizer works out.
Thank you to everybody who entered. We will be doing more contests in the future, so make sure you keep listening and stay subscribed because
You don't unsubscribe because the contest is over.
and tell all your friends so we can get more people involved on the next one.
As we mentioned already, this episode is early, and it's for good reason. Today is the launch day of our Patreon page. We're very excited and hope that you'll be too. We are aiming to expand our community and in turn have you more involved with the show and us as we create more amazing content for you. I'll link everything in the description, but our Patreon page is patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. It's easy to sign up and become a patron for Dungeons & Dragons, and from as little as $1 per month, you'll have access to all of our Patreon-only content, which will include another show beginning this month. This new show will be DM'd by Tom Laird, aka Flint Firebeard, and we will be giving you a taste of it with the first episode in 2 weeks on this channel. But from then on, it'll be a Patreon-only endeavor. So if you want to hear more, please check out patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. And this is the first of many games or shows we are trying to put together, and we want to hear what you want to hear. We plan to try out new RPG systems in hopes that we can create new and interesting stories in different settings and give you a chance to hear new game styles and mechanics that will maybe give you ideas for your own games. Or it might give you a feel for another system that you've been meaning to try but just weren't sure on. We do have higher tiers, a $5 and a $10 tier, with more opportunities to be involved with the show, including show dedications, or being named an NPC, or providing questions for a future Q&A episode. Our hope is that we build a fun and inclusive community with Dungeons & Dragons that is able to grow and become a huge part of many people's lives, including yours. If you can't donate, we totally understand, but what you can do to help us is continue spreading the word about Dungeons & Dragons in your everyday life and on social media. Please click through to our Patreon page, patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, and if you can and you want to be a part of the Dumb Dragon community, we would love to have you. Join us on our social media. All the links are found on our new and improved website, still at dumbdragons.com. I'm very pleased with it. I put it together using wix.com. It's pretty fantastic. If you wouldn't mind at least going to check it out and let me know what you think, that would be great. Or you can jump on over to our Twitter and follow us at dumbdragoncast. On Facebook, we're at facebook.com/dumbdragonpodcast. Or you can also send us an email to dumbdragonpodcast@gmail.com. All links mentioned today will be in the description, so you can find what you're looking for. Lots to say today, but I think that's all I got for now. Trying to keep it as short as possible, but still get you the information that we need to get across. We are very excited about this next step and growth with the Dungeons & Dragons podcast, and hope you come along with us. Our next episode is that special Patreon-only preview episode, which will have a title by the time it comes out on August 16th, I promise. Then the next regular episode will be available August 30th. Let's get back to the brain brawl and see if the adventurers have the smarts to outwit the brains and the horde. And the horde, don't forget those guys. Have a great couple weeks. Talk to you soon.
Guys, I just got a tiny glimpse of like the side of Russ's computer and what's going on here.
You can see it on your computer.
Can I?
Oh, if you just scroll down on the map, it's a full horde of zombies coming at us.
Oh shit. Those are scary. I had nightmares about zombies last night.
It's not my intent to line that up, but, you know.
It was really just a prequel of sorts.
Nulara, it is your turn as the groaning sounds like it's getting closer to the door where you guys are in.
Fuck some shit up.
Oh, God. By which you mean, hit a stone pillar.
That's exactly what I mean.
Yeah, beat the shit out of that inanimate object.
Yep, I'm gonna do my very, very best. That is a 21.
On the stone pillar,
Yep.
21 will hit her.
Great. 12 damage.
Same kind of thing that Flint saw. You crack the stone that's making this statue, and the writings begin to fade. When they fade this time, it kind of sounds like the zombies themselves. Their groaning fades and then comes back a little bit.
Okay, let me do that again, but better.
Gonna hit that crit 20.
I didn't, but 23.
Yep.
Good enough.
19 damage.
Same kind of thing you saw with Flint's on his second strike. It cracks further up. The writing fades out as well, but it appears that something is still holding these statues together. And same thing happens again. The groans fade a little bit, but then come back as you hear footsteps coming closer to the door.
Okay, well, I guess Donnie's gonna try and hit that brain, because he won't have any luck against the stone, I don't think. Or the brain, because that's an 8. Poor Donnie.
No,
he's not
Donnie.
doing so good this time.
So he's just kind of flying around this brain here.
He's kind of freaking out with all those zombies
no
out there.
doubt.
He's having a hard time. Can't wait till the gargoyle gets to go.
Flint, it's your turn, and after you hear Nulara striking this other spire, you hear from out in the courtyard the cry of the remaining members of the Axe of Mirabar as they engage in battle with the zombies that are still outside there.
Nice.
But they have arrived on the scene from what you can hear, and they are battling from the other side of the zombie horde. And it is your turn.
Okay, now with the pillars, they're still standing, but they seem less functional than they did before. Is that correct?
Yeah, the runes where they were glowing brightly, the writings are fading.
Okay, I'm going to take another big swing at the pillar that's in front of me and try and knock it down.
He came in like a wrecking ball.
That's exactly correct. So that's a 21.
21 will hit it, yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I prefer Party in the USA, but Wrecking Ball works for the theme, so.
Of course, yes. The imagery.
Alright, oh, it's a 1, but I get to re-roll that damage. Score! 10. And 12 is 22, and 4 is 26.
Oh, baby.
This spire crumbles. It's not being held together by anything anymore, and it falls to the ground in a dusty, small, pebbly shape. It kind of just disintegrates. But you still hear the same kind of thing. The zombies get super quiet, but then pick back up a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to head on over to the other pillar and try and knock this one down as well. That's a 19.
19 is deflected off of the...
Fuck! I mean, okay.
off of the shield that appears to be holding this rune together. With that strike, you hear what sounds like Torgar yelling a battle cry, "For Mirabar!" And then there's this explosion as it sounds like the floor on this level has crumbled inward and down to the floor below. And a lot of the sound from the zombies feels like it has moved somewhere else. But there are still zombies on the other side of the door.
Don't worry, guys. There's still zombies there.
Yeah,
Gargoyle.
no worries.
Gargoyle.
Okay. The gargoyle
Come on, gargoyle.
is going to attack the stone pillar because it seems very important. So first it's going to bite at it. 22.
22 will bite, yep.
Okay.
Go gargoyle.
For 7 damage.
The pillar crumbles a little bit more, but is still standing, and the runes glow a little less brightly, but still bright.
He's going to do it again, only with his claws.
Okay.
17.
17 will not break through the barrier that is there.
Man.
Green Brain's turn.
Damn Green Brain.
Damn.
Green Brain. And he's
got
going...
a theme song?
Yeah, he does now. He's the last standing brain, so you gotta go out with the glory. Flint, make a wisdom saving throw. He's gonna try and mind slave you.
Damn it.
Oh shit, 17.
Okay, you save.
Oh, he's so disappointed. Fine.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, wisdom's my worst one, but that was a good roll.
Yeah, you're up, Thia.
Hey! Okay, so I don't really have anything to hit this pillar with.
What about your, cure wounds spell? Do you still have that going on?
I can't do it.
You already used it?
Yeah, it's a 5th spell slot, and I only have 1. I'm going to Thunder Wave the Green Brain.
What's the range and stuff on your Thunder Wave?
I'm going to go over here, 15 feet. So this would reach him, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I think you have to make a saving throw of the Constitution variety.
It's its favorite. 7.
That didn't work.
2d8 thunder
On a
damage.
failed save.
Yeah,
Good.
and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
Yes. 11.
The wave of force comes out from you and knocks this green brain into the wall behind you. Roll a d6.
1.
All right, and it takes an extra 1 damage.
As is Thia's style.
You get bonus points for being so happy about it, though.
Yeah. But it appears this one is a little bit more firmly built and no cracks have appeared in the glass yet.
Wow, this is good craftsmanship
I
right
know,
here.
right?
Well, we don't even have a crack in the glass of this one.
Not of this
God,
one.
I hope
You
it
guys
dies
left,
once that pillar comes down.
you guys left this one right alone, like from the
Yeah, it
beginning.
was pretty much perfect.
Back to the top of the order, and you hear from outside the door, it sounds like some of the soldiers have continued to fight their way up the stairs and are battling their way through the horde of zombies. But they are now knocking on the door and sound like they're right outside.
Jesus.
No, you just moved a whole army of
I
zombies at
know,
once.
God. Just all appeared on my screen. Like 50 zombies. So my
It's like
turn
a
then.
really cool thriller dance going on out there.
Yeah, it's awesome. I don't like it at all.
I don't approve.
No, it's very stressful. Okay, my turn, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm gonna hit that pillar again. That is 27.
27
Nice.
will strike it, yeah.
Okay, 17 damage.
Damn.
You strike this pillar, and it, the same way as the other one, crumbles into dust. And the sound coming from the other side of the room stops. You don't hear any groaning, and then there's a pause. It seems like it lasts a long time, but then you hear bodies falling to the floor. A wave of them. It's still your turn.
Okay. Okay, then I am going to, I guess, attack that green brain.
Yeah.
16. Probably not gonna hit.
No. Well, hold on. Yeah, 16 will hit it.
Oh, good. That means
Maybe it was.
he's
getting
out of
power from
protective
it.
juice. 16 damage.
A crack begins to form in this brain's jar as you strike it with your sword.
Okay, Donnie's gonna try and get in there a little bit. Oh my god, Donnie. That's a 6. I don't think
Donnie's
Donnie's
just like-
Johnny.
He hasn't rolled higher than like an 8, I don't think. One time this time. Poor guy.
Donnie yells from the side. He's like, "You guys are doing great! Rah, rah! You got it! Way to go!" And Flint, you're up.
All right. Spurred on by Donnie's excellent cheerleading, I'm going to take a running start at this green brain
Sure.
and wind up for a big old swing. It's a 21.
21 will strike true.
20.
The cracks begin to splinter out from this green brain's jar as you knock it across the room and into the wall. Roll a d6.
Oh my god, I haven't had to roll a d6 in a long time. 3.
It takes 3 extra damage, but is still floating in the air.
Is it too far away from me, or can I make it over there?
You've moved about 10 feet, so you could probably still make it.
Then the onslaught continues. And that is a 14, which is probably not going to do it, but let's hope that shield is really, really, really down.
14 will hit.
All right.
Oh, yeah. 25.
Yeah, it is.
Wowzers. I guess when you're a brain in a jar, you're not that strong without a shield.
Without the magic,
Yeah.
The cracks begin to splinter, and like you've seen before, the fluid inside begins to ooze out. And now it is Gargoyle's turn.
All right. He is going to fly over here because he can fly 60 feet.
Sweet.
I think that's bigger.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
He's going to first bite at it. Oh, 12?
12 does not break.
Ooh, he's going to claw at it. Ah!
Critical
Critical
miss.
miss.
So in this,
Plus
he
4.
flies across, and maybe you lost some of your... That's a critical miss.
It's 5.
It's a critical miss.
God damn it.
He flies across and kind of bashes into the wall on his first attempt and misses entirely as the green brain is nimbly dodging out of the way of your clumsy gargoyle.
All nimbly bimbly.
Nimbly
Oh,
bimbly.
nimbly.
And it's the green brain's turn, and in a final act is going to cast Mind Thrust on Flint and Thea.
Ring it.
Wisdom?
Mind Thrust is intelligence.
That was an 8 for me, so I'm taking damage.
You're taking damage.
14.
14 saves, but Flint
Sorry, I can't count. It's 15.
still saves.
Okay.
Turns out, actually, 15 doesn't save.
Oh, God, but 14
14
did?
was good,
Messed
15 is not.
up.
Flint, you are going to take 8 psychic damage as you feel your brain swell.
Okay.
That 8 damage literally would have been half the amount of points I have.
Oh no.
So now it's your turn, Thea.
I'm going to tell my gargoyle to, just take a knee for a second. I'm just going to throw a little produce flame. So, 2d8. 7 and a 6, that's 13.
The fluid inside of the jar begins to boil as you cast Produce Flame onto this jar, and it erupts outward. And the fluid just covers Flint.
Payback!
I had it coming. I had all that splatter earlier.
As the brain sizzles and falls to the ground and stops throbbing, it is dead.
Wow, I probably should have lit one on fire earlier. Heating liquid in a sealed jar? Of course that would have exploded it. God, stupid.
All the brains in the room, jars have exploded and are dead. The spires are all crumbled to the ground. And it sounds like silence on the other side of the door.
Guys, what should we do with this armor?
Can we look out the window that the gargoyle came in and see, is the Axe of Mirabar out there just, fucking up zombies? Or if the zombies are all just, laying down and the Axe of Mirabar just, huh?
Sure. It's a little higher up, but Donnie flies up there and he kind of flies out and looks around a little bit, and he comes back in and he's like, well, guys, it looks like all the zombies are lying down there, and the Axe of Mirabar looks a little confused, but nobody's fighting. Seems okay.
Neat.
And this is where they live now.
Oh, God. I guess we open the door to walk out over the zombies?
She says confidently.
It seems like a bad idea, but there is no exit from this room, so either we have a nap in here with the rotting brains, or we exit through the zombie shop.
Let's grab the cursed armor, because we don't want this to just happen again.
True.
We should probably destroy this somehow. But Flint, if you want to grab that, because you're all strong and stuff.
Oh, sure. Leave it up to the strong guy.
I'm close to death here. I get on top of
fair
my
enough.
I get on top of my gargoyle. Let him carry.
I put a cloak around the armor before I touch it, but then I pick it up.
Sure, yeah. You pick it up and it just feels like regular armor.
Okay, I open the door.
You see a horde of zombies crumpled and laying flat on the ground. None of them moving, no noise being made. Just a sea of undead, dead guys.
Gross. Is there a big hole in the floor? Like, when we heard that explosion, was that, did it take out part of this level?
You look beyond the main door of the room, and it looks like the hallway has caved into the floor below.
Okay. Well, this is gross as shit, because these are all, pieced together creatures, right?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, well, I guess, I would like to get out of here. Friends?
I second that.
Okay.
Yup.
So let's, get around these hordes of rot monsters and get to, I guess, the stairs if we can. Those would have been on the other side of that door. I'm not sure what our egress point is here with a big hole in the ground.
Is there a muster point we could be meeting at?
Yeah. Look for the glowing signs. Where do we go?
You make your way out of the room and you step over top of the bodies, and you're trying to be careful, but of course there's going to be some squishing.
Ew.
There's going to be some gross. You kind of step as far to the side as you can so you can walk down to the hall, and you look down into the caved-in hallway, and you see Torgar lying motionless at the bottom of this hole.
No.
Aww. Because he blowed the place up to kill all those zombies.
I'm still on the back of my gargoyle, I get my gargoyle to fly me down there and see if he's still alive.
Sure. You fly down. It's about a 15-foot drop, and you go up to check on him, and he appears to still be breathing.
Can I give him a
It's
healing
shallow
kit?
and faint, but he is unconscious.
Can I give him a healing kit? Will that help him?
Yeah.
I have 16 healing kits.
Healing kits would bring him back. That you need to give him a potion or a spell.
Shit. I don't have...
I toss you down a healing potion.
Aww.
So
I give it to him. Oh, wait, I have a cure wounds.
Do you still have spell slots available there?
I do. I have 2 spell slots available for cure wounds.
Okay.
That works better then.
Want to walk
I
me
don't know if
through
it does.
role play through what you see and what you do?
I'm sure. I go down and I see poor Torgard lying there, and I touch him with my hand, and he gets 15 points back.
You cast this on him, and some of the energy comes back into his body, and his eyes flutter open as he looks up at you, and he says, "Still not a huge fan of you, but thank you."
I send my gargoyle up to get Nulara at least. I'm not sure how heavy you are, Flint. You're small, though.
I'm stout.
I am stout. I am stout. The gargoyle is a medium creature, so I don't know.
You guys could probably jump down.
Oh, there you go.
Shimmy down somehow.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're making our way down then.
Cool.
Does Torgar need, do we need to carry him? Thea, do we need to carry you? Or are you still on your gargoyle? Are you cool?
I'm alright. I'm on my gargoyle. I'll take a long
Yeah.
rest.
Torgar appears
Earned
to be
it.
quite badly beaten up, but you help him to his feet, and he's still able to walk from the building. And you guys head out through the hall and out the front door of the castle you're in. And there's just a sea of these undead creatures that have all collapsed as the remaining members of the Axe of Mirabar look like they're kind of like, well, shit, now we got to clean this up. But Torgar, you guys get out into the daylight, and Torgar says, well, I don't know why this was here, but you guys are good. You guys are good fighters. And without you guys, I mean, we would have all been turned, and who knows what would have happened after that. We've got a lot of cleaning up to do, but I want to, for the Axe of Mirabar, commit us to help you when you need it. We'll have some rebuilding to do, but if you ever need anything, you can call on us.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Sounds like a good plan.
Says, I need a nap. And to clean up some gross
Yeah,
stuff.
we're all covered in brain goo, so right
I need
behind
a drink.
ya. Yeah, we need a bath and a drink, maybe at the same time.
Says, so you know where to find me, so I'm gonna go home and then figure out what to do with this. And he kind of takes himself from your hold and straightens himself up and begins to walk off and give directions and orders to the remaining members of the Axe of Mirabar.
Wasn't there a river or something?
There is a river, yeah. The River of Marar, yep.
I don't even care about a bed. I want to get clean and go to sleep. I am happy to camp out. We've done it many times before. Because I feel like everything in this town is just, covered with rot zombies now.
To the river.
Just like the old days, guys. We'll camp out.
You decide to head out of the city and down to the River Marar to find a place to set up camp and get cleaned up before moving on. You leave the walls of the stronghold and you see Osric, pretty badly beaten, covered in drying zombie matter, and he is working with many members of the Axe of Mirabar who are tossing zombie parts onto carts to be carried away. Somewhere. Not sure yet. As you make your way further through the streets and closer to the edge of town, you see more members of the Axe of Mirabar coming out of cellars that look reminiscent of bunkers, with civilians who are squint-eyed and climbing out into the daylight. Among those civilians you catch a glimpse of Baron and Sasha and many of the other members of Little Rock. They see you and recognize from the brain goo all over you that you have been part of saving yet another city, and Baron gives a nod and helps some of the children along the street. You make your way beyond the wall and down to the river. And for a city that is covered in mayhem, it surprisingly seems peaceful by the side of the river. There are no bodies, the birds are chirping, and a gentle breeze is blowing through. You clean up, lie down, and all of you drift off to sleep. A few hours later, you wake up naturally, a little more rested than before, and ready to head off on the next part of your adventure. Where do you go?
I think we have to go back and see, what's her name there, Makath, in
Right,
Luskin?
the Crimson.
Because we're going to go try and find out about Bort and getting him sorted out, correct?
Yeah, and I mean,
And,
hey,
you know, big bad dragon thing that happened?
we also should try and tell Salazar that we're alive.
Oh, yeah.
So I pull out the fantasy walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
And we remember how to use it, right? We just press the
Sure,
button.
yeah.
Totally.
Just press the
And,
button.
There's only one button.
And say, Salazar, are you there?
There's a bit of a break, but then it comes back in. He says, yeah, what's going on?
Well, the good news is the zombies are all dead. The bad news is Primsbane, we didn't get him.
Do you get away?
Yeah, he opened a portal and escaped, and this whole town just like covered with rotten, disgusting zombies now. So
Like of the homemade variety. Arms, legs, different creatures. Disgusting.
Oh, that's pretty shitty. I hate portals. Okay. We will send a cleanup crew to help the people out there. Are you guys okay? You made it out? Doing all right?
we're fine. We'll be fine.
Okay, I had every faith that you guys were going to handle it just fine. Just fine. Good. Well, all right. I'm glad to hear things are going all right. If you need anything, you just give me a holler.
Okie dokie. Over and out.
Well, I say we probably go visit Makath first and see what we can do about Bort, who's been eerily quiet.
We came to an understanding, if you remember.
See if the Arcane Brotherhood wants to help us out, right? So we'll go back and see Makath.
Are you guys taking the road? Are you taking the river?
I guess, is it downriver from where we are?
Yep.
Let's take the river.
River sounds nice.
You begin down the river and you find an abandoned riverboat not far from where you set up camp. You climb aboard and you get your bearings. You manage to get it floating on the river back towards Luskin. As you travel down the river through the open plains, what was lush and green as you cast away from Mirabar slowly turns dead and barren. Large swaths of the land burnt to the ground. You recall the last time you passed through these lands with the town members of Little Rock some 3+ weeks ago, that it was not this way at all. Certain areas have been torched. Others look like the life energy was sapped from the ground itself. It takes you about a day of travel to get about 3/4 of the way to Luskin. You see ahead a large, lush forest that now stands out like a sore thumb in the land of devastation. At the edge of the forest, you see a bridge that looks to be blocking the river, and on that bridge stands a single knoll. As your boat drifts forward, the knoll calls out to you. "You're going to pay toll to get by. Boys, we got company." And out from the bushes step 3 more gnolls, 2 with spears, 1 with a flaming torch. They walk into the middle of the bridge, and all are staring at you. As you hear a thunderous crash, as something takes what you can only assume is an enormous, lumbering step through the surrounding trees. Elsewhere, you see a torch-lit dungeon. Rats scurrying from the light. There is a man hanging from the wall, suspended by chains clamped around his arms. You can't see his face yet. A thick wooden door opens, and in walks Thelonious Primsbane, dressed in seemingly royal robes, and he slowly enters the room, his footsteps barely making a sound. He walks over to the man suspended on the wall and lifts his head. You can now see that this man is Leonin Glorygem of the Iron Fist of the Dawn. Thelonious chuckles. You'll be glad to know your friends didn't even ask about you. It doesn't look like they are coming for you anytime soon. They may have stopped me this time, but once I make you into the true warrior you can be and raise an army in your image, I will be unstoppable.
Okay, so this episode comes out August, and it will be our first Patreon episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
So bring your A game, motherfuckers.
Don't fuck up. I mean, play your best. Everybody have fun. I'm kidding.
He's kidding. Seriously, don't fuck it up. That's right. Bringing it back.
Really?
Back to where?
Back to like the late 90s?
That was Don't Drop the Chalupa, though.
Oh, shit.
No, maybe it was Drop the Chalupa.
I thought it was
Is
Drop
it-
the Chalupa.
Is it a cop coming in? It's like,
No,
drop the chalupa
no, it's the
type
li-
of
it's
It's a
situation.
little like Chihuahua
Little dog.
dog.
Oh.
And he was always yelling to someone who was in great danger, who was trying not to drop the chalupa, and he was like, "Drop the chalupa!"
I don't remember this at all. I thought Tom was just like, here's a random assortment of words.
Yeah, I thought he was like, I'm going to try to create a catchphrase right now.
Exactly. Me
Oh,
too.
I don't have aspirations that are that lofty.
It's our new sponsor, Taco Bell from 1990.
Ah,
And this wraps up Chalupa Cast. All right, guys.
Aw.
Taco Bell, if you're listening.
This is the kind of A+ effort you get from Dumbgeons and Dragons. Just
Oh,
putting that out there.
Think of all the mouth noise I could make while eating a burrito and playing
Oh,
D&D.
yes.
Oh, man. Poor
Russ looks
Russ.
physically
Especially one of
pained
those
right now.
burritos where they put like the little, they put like nachos, like Doritos in them.
Yes.
I
Or the
think
one
they're
that's like
yeah.
a crispy taco on the
Oh.
inside, but it's wrapped up with like that soft taco on the outside. And I would like to dip
Yes.
it in guacamole. A lot of
Mm,
slurpy sounds.
Yeah.
Heads up, I'm going to want to eat some duck bucky in the middle of this.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Aside from our totally legit sponsors, so there's stuff in it for what?
Nothing. Is it going to be a starter set?
Is that what I said?
That's what it sounded like to me.
Starter set to a lucky
Amy's coming
patron.
out swinging tonight.
Ha!
I like the Dungeons and Dragons starter set.
I didn't.
Headachy Amy is fucking ruthless.
It's gonna be a good day. Good day.
I have a headache.
I don't like it when Russ has to like plan things
I
out because I have
know.
a feeling that bad things are coming.
He's thinking
I just
so much.
I feel like he's very unprepared right now. There's a lot of typing happening.
Well,
He's
there's-
looking through books. He's flipping pages.
Let's see the player's handbook.
Yes, you may see the.
We need some sort
only
of
if it
like
helps us though.
Yeah,
super
it totally helps you.
montage of Russ like doing research in order to kill us in D&D.
Yeah, he's in like a dingy like journalism office. He's got papers everywhere. There's probably some sort of cork board on the back with like a map and all these pictures connecting with yarn.
He's learning the Dewey Decimal System so he can know how to find things in the library.
Can't tell
Yes,
it to move
yes,
on your turn.
Yes, I can.
What?
Yes, I can.
Bullshit.
Get this. Hold on. Hold on. I can back this up with proof. It says, they obey any verbal commands that you issue to them. No action required by you.
Well,
It's my turn and I issue a command. Does it not have...
but it's not its turn.
No,
Fine.
but it's my
it
turn.
Moves. It moves.
See, look, if I had tried to tell it to get out of the way on its turn, you would have been like, it's not your turn. You can't tell it what to do. You look at your face. You would have said it. I'm just going to throw a flame ball.
Look at your face, Russ.
If
Ashamed.
Only, shame.